Nirmal, first to you, do you think that this marriage of convenience, which is based on arithmetic, will produce electoral chemistry?
Well, I'd like to call it the marriage of inconvenience for AIDMK because their best choice was to actually join hands with the TVK actor Vijay's party. But unfortunately, they've now joined, or it seems like they're going to join the BJP. Compare AIDMK and DMK for a second. In the last 5 years, the DMK alliance has actually stood strong. AIDMK, ever since Jayalalitha left, has gone through a number of different confusing jumps and ifs and buts and splits. Shashikala being made the general secretary, and then the party being split, and then EPS and OPS combines again, and then they then they join hands with the BJP, and then they split, and then they come back to join hands with the BJP now. Usually, when you see that trend in politics, those kind of parties end up on the losing side. That's number one. Number two is the vote share. You just showed the vote share of 21% in the last Lok Sabha elections, but it might look like a decent number now, but if you compare that with the 2019 numbers, it has actually gone down 20%. They were actually at 42%. I believe in 2014 they were at 42%, came down to 27%. In 2024 came down to 21%. So AIDMK, as far as I'm concerned, is not going to win this. If the election is happening today, of course, if this alliance is not going to produce results, but we're still a year away. If something drastic happens, hopefully yes.
Nirmal, what happens to Annamalai's brand of politics? You know, ultimately, Annamalai is a pretty well-covered Bharatiya Janata Party face from Tamil Nadu. Pretty well covered. So, you know, where did he fail? I mean, so he must have done a pretty solid ground job, as Sriram is saying.
Obviously, I mean, from 4%, he rose the vote share to 11.3%. That's a big win as far as the BJP is concerned through Annamalai. But where he must have lost is when he decided to go full throttle against AIDMK, who was at one point a partner of the BJP.
Tactical mistake.
Yeah, that's where he failed, is what I believe. But at the moment, I think they're also trying to balance the caste game here, because if you look at both EPS and Annamalai, they're both from the same community. They would probably want to include someone from the Tevar community, maybe Nainar Nagendran, who is from the Tevar community. And if you look back at the history of AIDMK, right from the time of Jayalalitha, it is a Tevar community that has actually contributed a great deal to their victories in the past. So to bring in a Tevar leader instead of two Gaunda leaders is something that they're trying to put together. The caste game is what I believe.
Is it because of the fact that the AIADMK today doesn't have a charismatic leadership? All said and done, you know, Stalin has become a big leader. He has been part and parcel of the public imagination for the last 40-50 years. AIADMK has none after Jayalalitha.
You're right, absolutely. What made AIADMK what it is today is charismatic leaders like MGR and Jayalalitha. They don't have a leader like that today. You know, EPS is not a great crowd puller, neither was OPS or Shashikala. But here's where TVK party comes in very handy, although it's too early to make a prediction on that. I think someone like Vijay, a populist, a charismatic person like Vijay is what it takes for the AIDMK to win, which is why I called it an inconvenient marriage for the AIDMK and a convenient marriage for the BJP. So I think at this point, what they absolutely lack is good leadership. And as you rightly mentioned, we've had several discussions in the last 2 months. Never once did we mention EPS or the AIADMK. It was always a discussion between the BJP and the DMK. They've both been going to and fro. We never heard AIADMK or from their leaders. That's exactly what's missing.